You know, every great storm has a quiet center, right? The eye. Well, today, we're diving right into the eye of a massive philosophical hurricane to meet the titans at its core.
And to really understand the storm that's about to break, you can't just look at the chaos on the outside. You have to go deeper and understand the forces actually creating it. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to meet these titans, Wotan, Mephistopheles, and Faustus. Because, honestly, once you get them, you unlock the whole story.
All right, let's start with Wotan, our main guy. He's the creator, the one who supposedly won, but what he finds at the top of the mountain is, well, it's not what you'd think.
He's what's called the Overman. He's a being who has literally thrown away all the easy answers, all the cosmic heavens, to become the living meaning of the earth himself. But the price for that is this glorious but empty isolation. He's won the world, only to find it's completely desolate.
So, you gotta ask, what keeps a guy like that going in this massive void? Well, it boils down to three things. First, this incredible idea of the eternal recurrence. He doesn't just accept his life, he wills it to repeat forever, struggles and all. Second, he's a creator. His will to power isn't about crushing others, it's about forging meaning out of nothing. And finally, there's his terrible freedom, the terrifying responsibility of being the one who has to draw the map for the future.
And that quote, "Thus I will the eternal recurrence of life," that says it all. It's not just, okay, I guess I'll do it again. No, it's a powerful, thunderous yes to all of existence. The sheer strength that takes is just immense.
Okay, so the old fights, the ones against the herd, those are done. His new conflicts are so much more personal and way more terrifying. He's literally fighting a dark version of himself. He's defending his freedom inside a God-sized cage that's been built just for him. And he has to carry the weight of forever on purpose. And the scary part? None of this is an accident. It's all part of a plan.
And that plan brings us to our second titan, the architect of this whole new hellscape, Mephistopheles.
Now, this is huge. Mephistopheles has evolved. He's not just the cynical sidekick anymore, the guy making witty remarks. No, he's stepped into the spotlight. He's become this empowered tempter, layered with ancient evil, and he is absolutely ready to go toe-to-toe with a god.
So what's his game? He calls it the ongoing proof. Think of it as the ultimate cosmic bet. His whole mission is to prove that even the strongest will, even a being like Wotan, will eventually crack if you just find the right lever, the right pressure point. And Wotan, he's the final exam.
And just listen to his own words here, it's chilling. He's basically saying to Wotan, the warm-up is over, tempting weak humans was child's play. Now let's see if you can survive being haunted by a shadow that's just as tall as you are. The stakes have been raised to an unbelievable level.
And his strategy is, man, it's just so sophisticated. He's not dangling simple temptations anymore. He's an engineer. He has built a metaphysical trap, a cage made of ideas. And even more terrifying, he's weaponized morality. He's using the very concepts of good and evil as the bars of the prison meant to hold Wotan.
So what's the key to this trap? What's the main weapon in his arsenal? That would be our third and final titan, Faustus, the consuming shadow.
This really gets to the heart of it. It's simple, right? Wotan is the creator. Faustus is the consumer. One builds things up, the other tears them down. Wotan is the sun, and Faustus is the black hole designed to swallow the light.
So what is Faustus? He's this great contradiction, a Faustian Übermensch. He's got all the power of Wotan, a perfect mirror of his strength, but at the same time, he's a slave. He's totally bound by a contract of negation, driven by a hunger that he can't control. So you have this being with near infinite power, but zero actual freedom.
His driving force is also the will to power, but it's been warped, twisted into something purely destructive. Where Wotan uses that will to create, Faustus only knows how to consume, to dominate, to take. It's all about the thrill of ruling over a wasteland without any of the hard work or burden of actually building something of value.
Okay, let's pull back and look at the whole picture. You have these three incredible figures, these three titans, all locked together on one cosmic stage.
And this really breaks down the roles they each play in this grand philosophical battle. You've got Wotan, the creator, who wants to affirm life forever. Then you have Mephistopheles, the denier, who is actively trying to engineer eternal failure.
And finally, you have Faustus, the consumer, who is the living embodiment of what that failure looks like, a hollow, empty eternity. Creator, denier, consumer. It's a perfect, terrifying triangle.
So, to put Wotan's situation into perspective, it's like he spent his whole life sailing past the dangerous reefs of the herd, of normal society, and he's finally made it. He's out in the deep, open ocean.
But here's the thing about the open ocean. There's no shore to return to. He is truly, completely on his own now, facing a horizon that just goes on forever.
And that leaves us with the one massive question at the heart of this entire story. It's a question for Wotan, but maybe it's a question for all of us too. Can creation, with all its struggle, all its burden, all its difficulty, really hold its own against the easy, seductive, effortless allure of just consuming? That is the real battle.